let's continue the topic, healing. So we have talked about why we should heal and the little things that we should know about healing before jumping into it. Now let's talk about how to take care of yourself while you heal. Welcome to Fatimata Speaks, and today we're back on healing. Let's jump into it. One way to take care of yourself is by allowing yourself to rest. And this means, yes, not staying up all night, especially when you have a holiday. Go to bed on time, people. Have that rest. Your body is trying to process lots of information, trying to process the pain, trying to still be active in the day-to-day matters. Let yourself rest. Let yourself rest. Give yourself that opportunity to rest. People underestimate sleep, but sleep is very important. Let me give you a personal example. I used to go to bed like when sleep arrives, and that sometimes it's like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So I'll be on my phone for like I don't know what. Eventually, I started to put some restrictions. Basically, after 11 o'clock, if you text me, you're not getting any reply until the next day. The reason for that is very simple. Because if I start a conversation and we take that into the night, that's my sleep is out of the window. You know what I mean? So before around 11 o'clock, no more texting. Nowadays, from 10, I will reply if it's important enough, or if it's a conversation that we started and it's still going on, I would. But if it's just like random, you ain't getting a reply from me. And it's not that I hate you, no, I love you very much, but I have to put myself in a state that tells my body that, we're about to rest. That doesn't mean I fall asleep immediately. Never. But sometimes I do, which is strange. But yeah, so allow yourself to rest. Create a bedtime routine if you can. If you cannot, then just create a time or set a time. Yeah, set a time in which you will be in bed and in which your head will be on that pillow, in which your phone will be away from your eyes. If you have to read before you go to bed, read. That's okay. That can calm you down. But rest. Allow yourself to rest, people. It's very important. Especially when you're trying to heal, because there's a lot you're trying to walk through and your brain is going to need those hours. Give yourself time to rest. Okay? Another thing you can do to take care of yourself while healing is to isolate yourself if that is what you need. But while you isolate, make sure you leave a door open so that people can check on you to know that you're still there and you're still kicking. You're just going through the rough waters. Leave the door open. Because let's be honest, there's certain moments in which you experience or recover some memory that has been lost for a long time, and all of a sudden they pop up, and then you're like, ooh, okay. And then you have to deal with that. And some people, they need people around them to deal with that. But for some people, they need to be isolated. So whichever type you are, take what it is. But make sure you leave the door open for people to get to you when you isolate. And when you are in your group of community, make sure you don't let someone push you in a direction that you, love, don't want to go. Don't do it. So do what you think is right for you. If that's isolating, then isolate. Leave the door open. That's all. And in addition to that, now, this is especially for those who isolate, right? when you're isolating to go through the emotions, the initial emotions and everything, leave the door open, yes. Also, when people reach out to you, be like, hey, do you want to join us to go out for a drink? Say yes, even if it's not every single time, but say yes. Because the thing is this, when you're going through the emotions, right? When you're going through all of that, those are heavy emotions. So by joining the people in the world of the living, you get to experience some lightness. So you get some contrast, right? And you get to balance things out. And that is what is needed. You need to balance things out. Yes, you have to fix the things that are popping up, but yes, you also have to live life. And you have to constantly remind yourself that, yes, I have this thing happened, but yes, I'm not there anymore. I'm now in a different time zone. Hope you guys get what I mean. Another way to take care of yourself when you're going through it, you're healing yourself. Eat, people. Eat. Eat that food, for God's sake. Go, people, eat. Because we tend to forget to eat sometimes. And that's not good. Especially if you do it on a daily basis, that's not good. You're going to get some deficiency and whatnot. So eat. Make sure you have at least one big meal per day. The reason for that is very simple. You're going to need that energy. So eat. But avoid junky food. Avoid junk food, people. I know I said junky food, but avoid junk food. Avoid junk food, people. Avoid excessive sweets. I know some of us, we have a sweet tooth. And I mean, come on. Who can say no to chocolate cake? You get what I mean? But everything in balance. Everything in balance. So, yeah. Eat. Make sure you eat and make sure you eat right. Because if you end up like having some deficiency and stuff, whatnot, that's another additional stress. And we're trying to remove the stress. So, let's take care of ourselves. Let's take care of ourselves, people. Because without food, we can only go on for so long. Is that my head? Yeah, that's my head. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, food. Back to food. Eat, people. Without food, we cannot go on for too long. That's one. And without food, you not have energy to actually go out and do things. And let's be honest, just because we're healing doesn't mean the world is going to stop for us. Unfortunately not. So we have to eat so that we have a bit of energy to go out there and do the things that we can do with the level of energy that we have. So eat the right food. Eat your vegetables if that's good for you, if you like it. But eat your vegetables, people. We need a balanced diet. Come on. Eat. So eat. Okay? I keep saying eat, but eat, people, eat. The same applies to drinking as well. Don't only eat, but also drink. Stay hydrated, people. Stay hydrated. I know some of us don't like to drink water, but you can mix it with some stuff. Some flavor. If you don't like the taste of water. Or you can drink tea. It's also a good option. I prefer tea. So don't worry, people. Eat and drink. And if you can, this is just a little tip. If you can, make the food yourself. This is to trick your brain, literally. Because you're creating evidence that you care for yourself. So by you standing in that kitchen and cooking for yourself, your brain is going to recognize that as an evidence that, oh, you're willing to invest time in yourself. You're willing to do the necessary thing for yourself. That means you love yourself. It's just tricking the brain. It's just tricking the brain, people. We have to make use of it. So, yes, eat and drink. And if you can, stand in the kitchen and cook. Cook it yourself. But also, ordering food is also a form of self-love. So, balance it out, people. Balance it out. But eat and drink. Very important. Another way to care for yourself is to create a morning routine. The reason for that is very, very, very simple. It's to signalize that the day before is gone and something new is beginning. You guys get where I'm going with this? Because basically, by creating a morning routine, which is, for example, you get up at a particular time, take a shower, brush, take a shower, take a hot shower. You'd feel, I don't know, I think hot shower feels like hug. It feels like a hug. I don't know, maybe I'm just weird like that, but it feels like a hug. So if you can, take a shower take a hot shower. Not if you can, take a hot shower. And then afterwards, have a cup of tea. This is because some of us cannot stomach having solid food in the morning, depending on what time you set to wake up. Have a cup of tea. And then, if you have the time for it, I'm not saying if you have the energy for it. I'm saying if you have the time for it. If you have the time for it, go out for just a 5-minute walk, 10-minute walk, and then you can come back in. Create a morning routine because it helps you. It helps pulls you out of the slumber. And it's, for one, it's going to trick your brain that obviously you're getting ready to go out, meaning you have plans. So you have to, it's going to like push you to like move. You know what I mean? And two, it might even get you excited. Because it's like, oh, a new day. It's going to motivate you. A new day, a new beginning, a new chance. So yeah, people, have a morning routine. Take a shower and brush. Don't forget to brush. Have a cup of tea. If you cannot eat full, solid meal in the morning, have a cup of tea. Go out for a walk, and then you can return home again. But make sure you have a morning routine so that you can give yourself just to give yourself that feeling of a new beginning, a new start. Okay? I hope the point is coming across. If anything is not clear, please write it down in the comments because I'm not gonna lie. Some of the ideas in my head, I know it, so I never like actually try to explain it a lot in my head. But whenever I have to explain it to someone, I kind of like struggle. I struggle at times, and that's not because of my English. No, it's just because of the way my head is wired. So tell me, write in the comment if something is not clear. I will try again to re-explain it. Okay. Another way to care for yourself while you're healing is to talk to yourself. This serves like multiple purposes. One, you have to talk yourself out of things because sometimes our ideas and thoughts, they've been running wild and we have to tell ourselves, no, stop, no, we don't want to do that. No, we don't want that. Or we deserve that, or we don't deserve that. You have to talk to yourself in order to tell yourself stuff like that. Two, we have to constantly remind ourselves of the goal because we have the old system in our head, right? So in order to rewire that, we have to constantly, on replay, tell ourselves, no, we no longer want that, we want this. We want this because we deserve this. We want this because of that and that and that. So you constantly have to tell yourself, to remind yourself of the very reason why you're doing what you're doing. Even though it's gonna hurt. Even though it's hurting like hell, even though it's hurting, you have to tell yourself the reason why you're doing it. And the third reason, this is very important. You have to be able to vent to yourself. And that's a way of caring. You have to vent to yourself because sometimes we drive ourselves nuts. And we cannot always go to like someone else and be like, listen to me, listen to how I drove myself nuts this morning. Like, you can do that, obviously. But constantly, maybe like 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day, people will be like, okay, relax, honey, relax. So sometimes, but you still have to let it out. So you have to sit back and be like, either you talk to yourself out loud or in your head, be like, seriously, girl, are we really doing this? This is not to be mistaken with coloring yourself. That's 2 different things. To vent to yourself is to tell yourself when something is frustrating. Like, oh, I can't believe I did this. I put all the effort in that, but still it didn't work. You're venting to yourself to let it out. You're not venting to yourself to blame yourself. You're not venting to yourself to scholar yourself and tell yourself that it's because you have some shortcomings and stuff. We don't do that. We vent to ourselves just to let it out. And that's all. That's all. And this also is very important. When we vent, we only say the facts. We're not adding any type of emotional interpretation on that. No. We're only venting the facts. Yes, I did this and this and this. Unfortunately, it didn't go out according to how I imagined it in my head. Yes, I set up a certain expectation because of this and this and this. Unfortunately, it wasn't reached. It's okay, but it drove me nuts because I really wanted it. Simple. It's not a blaming game. And it's not a scholaring game. It's just to vent. Just as your friend will come up to you, be like, oh my God, this happened. Oh, this and this and this. It drove me nuts. I wish it didn't happen, but hey, it did happen. So now I'm kind of angry. And then you let it out. And then you're done with it. That's exactly what you're doing, but for yourself. Get the point? Hope so. Another way to care for yourself, right, while you're healing is to not rush yourself. I know when you're in the depth of it, you just want to get out of that very fast, ASAP, as fast as you can breathe, as fast as you can think. You just want to get out of that depth. But it doesn't work like that. Sometimes you have to sit in there a little bit longer. And if that's the case, then sit. Sit, make yourself comfortable in there. I'm not joking. Make yourself comfortable in your darkness, in your bottomless pit. Make yourself comfortable. Because one thing I've noticed that even when on the conscious level it looks like we're not doing anything to bring us forward except of thinking about the problem or whatever, and thinking about ways we could have solved it and stuff like that. Subconsciously, there's a lot more going on there. And you might actually find yourself suddenly be either in less pain or the situation has improved because your perspective has changed, and you'll be like wondering like, how did that happen? Yesterday I was still thinking about it like this, but this morning I woke up and thought, hey, it's okay. Don't rush it. Because when the pain is ready to go, it's ready to go. And you're doing the work even when it doesn't look like it. Even sometimes just sitting down like this and doing absolutely nothing is doing the work. Sometimes watching the movie is doing the work. Reading that book that you've been called to read is doing the job, people. It's doing the work that you have no idea. You have no idea what type of work, and you shouldn't. That's fine. But one thing I can tell you is when the pain is ready to go, it's gonna go. when the pain is not ready to go because you haven't either learned the lessons or take a closer look at the source. I don't mean the symptoms. People, stop looking at the symptoms, people. When you want to heal properly, you go to the root of the things, not at the symptoms. Because the symptoms, you can fix one symptom, yeah, and then it's gonna come back in a different way, and you might not even realize that initially. You think it's something new. You'll be wondering, where did that come from? But now it's the same old thing. But because you only solve you only cure the symptom and not the root, now it is transformed. Literally, I'm not joking. So don't look at the symptoms. Of course, take a look to be like, oh, okay, but then find out why the symptom is coming like that in that particular way, and then dig deeper, people. Ask yourself the right question. Don't be afraid. Ask yourself the right question, because the answers, they're all in you. They are all in you. So ask yourself the right questions, and then you will deal with it. Baby step, baby step. See the symptom, recognize it, try to understand where it's coming from, and then look at the root, and then ask yourself what beliefs do I have that is still causing this root to cause so much trouble, and then dig deeper. You can do this, people, you can. And in connection to that, another way to take care of yourself is to ask your community, your therapists, for help, people. Seek help. Of course, sometimes you can do it by yourself. It's doable. It's possible. But hey, there's no harm in asking for help. Sometimes 2 heads are better than 1. Seek help, people. Seek help. And we need communities, people. And the funny thing about community is this, right? Sometimes it's sort of not conscious. How do I explain this? So sometimes when we feel certain things, we have like a constant person that we can go up to, be like, hey, let's talk about this and this and this. And then sometimes, just randomly, you will bump into someone that would just give you the right solution, or would just tickle your brain, would say something that would tickle your brain, that will bring you the solution. So those type of people, I call them the unconscious community. And the one that you constantly go to, that's the conscious community. I hope this is making sense. But yeah, have a community, people. I know into this world, it's a little bit tricky, because we have people have to work. They have their own life and stuff. And sometimes we don't see enough of each other to actually understand what we can ask of each other. But have a community, people. Have a community. And like I said, it can be a conscious one or unconscious one. So when you're on the street and someone is trying to talk to you, of course, use discretion. Some people are mean, they're wicked, that's all. But sometimes the stranger that you meet on the train, that you have like just a light conversation with, they're exactly what you need. They're part of your community, even though you don't see them maybe forever. You might never see them again. Yeah, they're still part of your community. We're all connected. So be open to receive your community. Be open to ask for help. That's what I'm getting at. That's a way. To ask for help is a way. Okay, slow down. To ask for help is self-love, people. Not asking for help, that's self-harm. But to ask for help, because you know you already reached your limit, is self-love. Now, how that person react or not is none of your business. That one is, it's going to affect you, obviously, but it doesn't take away from you asking for help, which is a way of showing yourself that you love yourself. So ask your community for help. Get a therapist. If you pay them, they're going to listen. So do it. And the last one, the last point for now, as of now. Now, I'm not trying to promote any religion or whatsoever idea or doctrine in here. I'm just stating something from my experience that helped me. And that is, ask the universe, God, Jesus, whatever you believe in, ask them for help. They're going to help you. They're going to test you, but they're going to help you at the same time. Because from my experience, this is no joke, people. When I subconsciously decided that I wanted to get better, that I don't want to live like that anymore, I start seeing, like, I don't know, one day I saw, I think I came across a video, and then someone mentioned something, and I was like, huh, interesting. I never considered that. And that led me to, like, the whole self-help corner. No joke, I didn't know that the self-help corner was, like, that diverse. I thought it was just, like, repetition of some old, outdated kind of idea. I don't know what exactly I had in mind about self-help, but it was not on my phone. It was not in my mind to actually look into that kind of, until I saw something that forced me to look that way. And when I did, I found lots of treasures, lots of information, and that helped me put certain things into perspective. And I believe that was the universe way of saying, you ask for help, here you go. Now, if you take it or not, that's up to you. But you can always ask. You can always ask for help. Because I don't believe that whoever created us just created us and be like, yeah, you're on your own. I don't believe that. I believe that there's always someone out there gonna help. You might not notice that the form in which the help arrived, you might not notice it, that it's a help. But there's help out there. You just have to ask. Okay? This is actually one of the reasons why I'm doing this. Because back then when I was healing and I saw certain videos of certain people or heard some podcasts or radio, I guess, and I heard certain people saying certain things regarding depression and how to look at certain issues from, like, different perspective and stuff. All of that helped me. And I'm pretty sure when they were doing it, they were just thinking maybe, yeah, I'm just going to put this out there. And there might have not been any deep thoughts behind it. But their information that they put out there, it helped me a lot. So that's why I'm trying to put my information and knowledge out there and hope that it helps someone so that we all can be healed and go dance kumbaya or whatever. So that's one of the reasons why I'm actually doing this. Okay, anyway, let's close this. So I wrote a closing sentence. I wrote, you're undergoing a massive change. The journey is set and it won't be easy. But don't give up. Others before you have done this. They have taken on this challenge and they made it. You will be no different. In you is a strength and determination. That is why you set yourself up for this goal. Okay, I should read what I wrote and not just make it as I go. In you is a strength and determination. That's why you set yourself on this path in the first place. So don't worry. There's only one thing in this world that is bigger than you. And that is you. So don't give up on you. Don't give up on you. When you're healing, the pain is going to bite. Definitely. But it's not going to last forever. It's a phase. And because you're stronger than you, I know that sounds confusing, but you're stronger than you. That's the reason why you the reason why you thought of healing, because you know that you can do better. And that's why the pain is even there, because they know that once you dig in, you'll find the knowledge and you will grow and become better, for the lack of words. So don't give up on you. Don't give up. Good luck. And before I close this video, if you guys want me to talk about any topic in particular regarding healing, just put it down in the comments and I will see if I have any kind of like knowledge on that one, and then I will do it. Okay? Good luck. Bye.